Alright, welcome back. We got the final review for the May Melee coming up. It's the Shanghai Dragons taking on the Dallas Fuel. The grand finals, round 2 of this meeting. We saw them play earlier in the, I think they played in the winner bracket, the winners bracket finals. So we're seeing these two teams again. It is first to 4, best of 7, however you want to say it. This match is pretty good. I'm gonna spoil it right now because so I don't feel bad about spoiling it later. You're warned. Spoilers. This is a win for the Dallas Fuel, 4-2. Big dubs for the Dallas Fuel. Have an incredible redemption arc from 2018 when I played for the Fuel. That it seems like the cycle of misery is finally broken. It's too early to tell. As you said, we have the addition of Pine, which I'm sure will be brought up in this review, that I'll talk about it in more depth, but obviously they don't have a hit scan. So Dallas Fuel are just sort of making it work right now. The Dragons, I think the biggest precursor that I can give you for this is they really struggled to keep Fate alive. It didn't feel like the Dragons had a great solution to a lot of what Dallas Fuel were trying to do, and we saw way more legs from Dallas than I would ever appreciate. Please don't play Soldier in my ranked games. I played ranked for the first time yesterday. And some dude insta-locked Soldier, left voice, and just played Soldier the whole time. That's not what you should take away from this VOD review. Stop it. Let's go. Soldier is good? No. Hey, put away the pen and paper. Soldier is not good. Stop. Get some help. Exactly. Let's go. So we're starting on Gardens on Lijiang. Neither of these teams are very, they don't really play like the dive off it. We're going to see Dallas play the Symmetra Brawl off of the bat, trying to get to the point. Dragons are going to play the Tracer Echo. Pretty much just stock-handed. This Dragons comp is probably I would say the default comp for the May Melee, especially in the playoffs, once all these teams sort of started to work it out. But the Dallas have been very good on this Brawl with the Symmetra. We didn't see it a lot during the playoffs because there wasn't a lot of Brawl played. But this comp with the Symmetra is literally what took down the San Francisco Shock and the Houston Outlaws. So no one really had a good answer to it. But obviously dealing with a different solution. Just waiting for the point to unlock at this point, right? If you're Dallas. Yeah, Fate gets targeted by the Dallas Fuel a lot. It's actually kind of interesting. We're going to see how this plays out. I actually kind of want to start seeing it at a slower form and breaking it down. See, as I said, I've been an apologist for Fate through a lot of this, of being like he's not getting the support. So let's see if he gets the support he needs for this match. Fielder, it's interesting that Dragons are potentially going to get a nano before Fielder gets a coalescence. I don't know why that happens. That seems very weird. Maybe Dragons just aren't doing much damage, but we're going to see the coalescence soon. Sparkle goes down before the coalescence goes up with the Nano Winston. Great recognition of the win condition from the Dragons. Literally rush to the Nano. Get the Nano as fast as you can and then go before Dallas can get their win condition. Because I think if Dallas have the coalescence at that point of the dive, I don't think they get that kill on Sparkle, and I think this is a very different point. So I want to see if Fuel switch. Spark goes to the Reaper. Fuel's just cracked, yeah. Fate took so much damage, and I actually think the Fuel had a strategy of focusing Fate. They do such a good job of punishing him every time he does it. Yeah, and Fate is definitely farming damage at some point, right? That was a good play by Fate and the Dragons of just taking in a stupid amount of damage but not dying and then getting that nano super fast. Because as I said, it's kind of ridiculous that they got nano before they got coalescence. May ult from Doha, literally to counter Fate. Trying to catch Fate with it. I don't hate it. If you're playing the comp of the Dallas Fuel, your win condition is just getting the point capture because it's really hard for the Dragons to kill anybody. Why did Fleta copy Fleta? Why did Fleta copy the Moira? Surely Moira ult is good.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Wait, how did that even hit the Moira? I didn't even see the Moira. I think he was aiming for the Rhine. The Rhine is almost certainly the better choice of copy. No, that was intentional. That was a choice. Okay. That looked intentional. And this, we're gonna see this and this is going to be a constant theme throughout this series, Fleta copies, I think were a big issue. It feels like he's trying to like mega brain it a lot and just sort of like go for these off, especially support centric copies. The reason, as much as Coalescence is great, same thing with Nano, because we're going to see him copy a lot of Annas. Much as Nano is a great ultimate, the problem with copying a 200 HP target is it's so easy to just die, because usually when you copy, you want to play aggressive, get it fast, get the value out of the ultimates. But you have a higher potential to die, exactly like we just saw. Fleta literally gets no ultimates out of that. That copy gets no value in comparison to see if you switch to Orion, or like a Diva. The bomb gets Fielder somehow though. Fearless dies, so it should not be too much of an issue, but that cost Dragons a lot. That cost them Rally, it cost them Primal, it cost them Copy, it cost them Diva Bomb. Literally everything they have. And then we're going to see also another common theme that we've just seen throughout the whole Melee. Lijiang Gun is fucking coming, bro. Like, Lijiang Gun dies in any fight that ever happens, and he's coming back on Lucio. I've never seen anybody who wants to play Brig less, especially seeing as I'm pretty sure Lijiang Gun wastes his Rally here as well. Yeah, so Lijiang Gun, another big question mark for the Shanghai Dragons. I think struggled a little bit through the Melee. But yeah, how does he do this rollout? This rollout looks so. How does he get so fucking high, dude? Oh! He was that close to jumping off that ledge. That would have been a me Lucio play. Are the Fuel really turning this? Oh. That was a wasted nano by Izayaki. Izayaki actually nanoed Lip on the ground, trying to save him, but he still gets pinned and dies. Just too much damage. So some questionable decision making from the Shanghai Dragons so far. In just this fight alone, they had such a big ult advantage. Yeah, and then you, like, as someone just said, like, Fate just came back. Imagine if they just nanoed Fate here onto the point. So, yeah, some weird decisions from Dragons here, I think. Remember you saying that if Fuel picked up Pine, they would go down in your power rankings. Is this still true, even though they won this event? It depends on how Pine is picked up. I guess we can sort of go into this early, and we can sort of put this to bed on, like, my thoughts of Pine in this VOD review. Dallas is great. They're playing this unique style, and that sort of got them to where they are. I think if Pine was in this, and they tried to implement Pine on this team, and they tried to implement Pine and Hitscan, I don't think Fuel would be as strong as they are in the Melee and go on to win. With that said, from what we've heard about Pine, he is still very good, and he was the best player for the job in tryouts. Rush said he thinks he can get Pine to the level, and he is playing very well. I haven't watched Pine play since 2018. I don't know how good his mechanics are. I have no idea. As I said, my biggest concern about Pine getting picked up is he hasn't played competitively, really, since 2018. He's obviously streaming. He went to play some Valorant. His mechanics are obviously probably still very good. Is he going to be able to play at the league level and also play in a tempered way? I played against Pine in 2018. The dude, we always remember Pine doing 360s in Overwatch League matches. It was sick. He has a ridiculous montage reel of great plays. People forget about the times that Pine literally threw, like multiple times, just either not hitting shots or just going for ridiculous things. I was in a game, I think it was either on Valiant or the Dallas field, where Pine on Gibraltar did a grapple shot behind us. Like, oh, you know that, like, you go from the mini grapple behind and then jump to the spawn point of third point, watch point. He did that 3 times in a row against us and just died. And then we went on for a full hold. He has that in his repertoire. Are they going to be able to control him? Is he going to be able to play for a world-class team? I don't think anyone really has the answer to that. You can buy into it. There are haters, there are doubters, there are believers, there are people that are just praying for it to be great. We all are. We all love Pine. I love Pine. He's been saying hello, bro, to me on Battle.net every time I logged into Overwatch since like 2016. We'll see. Time will tell. He's probably not going to be in the June tournament. I think he has to get a visa. He has to get in the country before I think we'll see him. So the answer's not going to come anytime soon, but we'll see.
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
Pizza Thief, thank you very much for the Prime sub. And Stephen Timothy, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs as well. Much love. I appreciate the support, guys. Much love. Get some punk champs, get some Custa hearts.
Wobble, wobble,
All that good
motherfucker.
stuff.
Time to raise my APM.
Wobble, wobble,
Let's get back into the review now. Doha goes down. How does Doha go down?
Wobble, wobble,
Doha is like the most consistent, inconsistent person ever. You know, we like to praise Doha for being consistent, and Doha is with his EMPs, with his play, but he just dies randomly a lot, and it feels very weird. It's like in the most like unlucky ways ever. Like in the words of Chipsa, just like unlucky. He gets caught by Lip on his translocator. Oh, he doesn't really get peeled for. That's kind of his fault, kind of not his fault.
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
Oh my god, we're getting all the wobble wobbles. 1 second, I will hit this after this team fight. Winston in, Fate goes for the primal, pulse bomb out by Lip. Great beat by Jaxay. Oh, just a little too late. Lijiang gets a little too close on that Mercy. I don't really know what he was doing on the point there. Sparkle gets a Death Blossom and kills the Pharaoh Mercy. Unconventional, I'll say that. We're gonna break this again. Okay. Here's the problem with my problem with the Shanghai Dragons, right? They are so good. Individually, mechanically, their decision making, I think, is what always lets them down. Every time the Shanghai Dragons lose, it's their decision making. And we're gonna watch this here, watch this back again, right? Great macro team fight, but they're micros in team fights. When everything starts breaking down, I think is where the mistakes are made. So they get fearless, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, the Reaper gets the Pharaoh Mercy, that's fine. Honestly, great play by Sparkle. Great recognition, he gets it. Izayaki hits the sleep, all good things are happening. Izyaki's gonna get a nano. He has a diva that is about to get a diva bomb, who is probably gonna get a diva bomb, but he nanos the diva when his Pharaoh Mercy is down, which is questionable in its own right because they're probably going to lose this fight, but also, Fate is right there. Nano is so much better on a Winston in comparison. Like, imagine if Fate gets this nano on this dive onto the coalescing Moira instead of Void. There is potential that he kills him. But Izayaki dies, throwing out this nano, they don't get any value out of it, and the nano doesn't get anything. And now all of a sudden, they don't have the nano, they don't have the primal going into this next fight. How do they win this final fight? It just feels like very weird macro decisions in the middle of fights that cost them a lot of rounds. Porter, thank you very much for the Prime sub, and Pineapple Bro, thank you very much for the fresh sub as well. Thank you very much for all the subs. Welcome to the fams. They can just solo EMP Fate right there. That's how you solo EMP somebody. Lip, I'm looking at you. This is how you solo EMP somebody. Recognizing that all you need is a small advantage and then consolidate. I think that's a good idea. Like, I think if you can just guarantee that you can hit one person and guarantee that you can kill that person, I think it's worth it. They EMP Fate, oversteps his balance just a little bit, they coordinate on it, and now you just run a point. All of a sudden you have a big advantage. Oh, that's a problem. That's also a problem. Okay, well. Oh! Oh! So, just watch.
It's gonna make you feel better.
How does he even see this coming? He sees it at the corner of his eye. Boots the res. Oh god, a bomb. Oh god. Still an admirable effort. Still an admirable effort. So you can't win them all. They're doing a good job. Fuel's doing a good, Dragon's doing a good job of getting into this. That was a good pin. Damn. That bomb by Void was enormous. Great timing on that bomb. Alright, how to Fuel win this at this point? Fearless shouldn't switch. Who's gonna switch? Someone's gonna need a switch. Guys? Is Doha gonna make it? Doha's gonna make it, okay. I don't know how they won back. Much money. Daily reminder that you should get a corgi. Oh god. Oh no. Not the corgs. Sparkle goes down. Hanbin gets the next touch. Sparkle. This Farah Mercy is just living permanently. Fearless shatter. Oh, he's dead. Oh, the coalescence. Hanbin gets the Farah. What is happening? I'm lost. Lijiang got the res. Ah. That's definitely the tech. Of where the spirit is doesn't matter. Lijiang catches that as well. We talked about that yesterday with Nisha. So he knows it. Solo shatter onto Fate. It's not bad. Oh, he misses the pin. That was unfortunate. That very much looked like it should have hit. The falling soul res, yeah. How is Fearless alive is actually kind of insane. There is no way this misses. That's kind of crazy that pin doesn't hit. He's literally like inside of Fate. I think Fate gets the jump off at the last second, probably because of the ping differences. And like the way that the Winston jump layup happened, but yeah, it very much looked like he should have been pinned. Doha gets Izayaki as well. Oh my god. I actually don't remember who wins this round. Jexay kills Lip because he's a god. Dragons are about to get Nano, are about to get Primal though. I actually think if you were gonna not Nano Fate and Nano Fletter here, that's kind of a play. But Izayaki's gonna have to run. Oh my god, that was so close to C9. Another Void Bomb. It should be fine. Jexay gets caught by the isolation of the Farah. While that happens, oh, Sparkle! Dies to Fletter. EMP by Doha is insane. Fielder gets Izayaki. Wait, what? How does Fielder... Hello? What happened here? The classic. Usually happens in my DM game. It does not usually happen in the Overwatch League. Moira, cool hero. Did you guys see that impeccable tracking by Fielder? Honestly, flawless. You love to see it.
Score.
He one-clipped Izayaki on that Ana. Alright, here we go. Oh, wow. That was fast. Alright, here we go. We're gonna end up... Are we ending up in a Brawl Mirror? I think we do end up in a Brawl Mirror. Literally the same here. Oh, actually, feel we're gonna play the Moira instead of the Baptiste. Interesting. I don't know what I like more. I think I like the Baptiste more for the lamp. But maybe the tempo of the Moira is too good. But lamp is just so strong. So it's kind of hard to justify giving it up, especially if you're both gonna play Brawl. Oh. Oh, Liv's actually on the McCree. So he switched over to the McCree and hard flanked. It would have been nice to have a lamp there. That's all I'm saying. Oh, God. Moira sucks. Moira just does a great job of healing, but it doesn't... She just doesn't have any utility. Right? And that's the problem with Moira, and that's why people play Baptiste. Like, if they had a lamp there, the lamp probably goes down, Fearless lives a little bit longer, you open yourself up to get like a good wall and stuff like that. That's the high value of Bap, is just extending a fight by 3 seconds gives you so much more of a window to win the fight. So here, Coalescence engage. Ooh, a little bit of disconnect from Fleta and Fate. Doha goes down to that shadow though. Still a good shadow by Fate. Oh. Fleta is in a weird spot, but this window is just going to do so much work with Lip and Izayaki. Surprised they committed the wall, the sim wall, but there's a high noon and a flux, so it's, you take those. Oh, good pin timing by Fate. Jaxay looks so much better on the fuel. Yeah, well, he just has great teammates around him, right? It's easy to look bad or a lot worse on a bad team, right? Thank you very much for money. Flipsy, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, Custa, white paper happy. How are you today? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. I got a lot done today, so just looking forward to this review. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, Jaxay was good last year. Like, that's not what we're saying, right? But he looks way better now, right? He looks like one of the better main supports we have in the league. Oh, good shadow by Fearless. Fate got isolated pretty badly over here. How did Fate get so heavily isolated? Sim TP? Oh, the flux. So he ran at the TP and then the flux goes up. So yeah, that's not really Fate's fault. So they don't actually get any follow-up with the shadow, but the shadow just ensures that like Fate dies, and then they're in a pretty good spot from there as well. So Fielder goes over to the Baptiste as well, worth noting. It's a lot easier for Jaxay to look good when you have Fearless on for a main tank instead of Hydration. That will do it, you are right. that usually helps. Thank you very much for money. Dallas has the power of friendship. Oh yeah, the most important thing. If you have the power of friendship, anything is possible. Oh, Lijiang dies. How does Lijiang die? Oh, just a little too aggressive, especially going into the window. Is my recall time? 1 second. Is my rewind time 20 seconds again? Hello? How does this keep changing back? Lee J gone. Jeff, yeah. Jaxay gets the boop on Void. Yeah, with that Lee J gone. Lee J gone is like one of the worst deaths as well because like nobody can escape at that point, right? Like everyone just gets run down. They get so much time because they slowly chase everybody down and they get a ton of ult charge from it. Aaron? Hey, Aaron? Same hat. I hate that we made the same fucking joke. You're as stupid as me, Liz. I'm sorry. That's a great mail. Fortunately, everyone kind of got stuck at the choke. Oh, that's a shatter. Oh, boom goes the dynamite for Fearless. Alright, how do the dragons touch at this point? I think relying on Lee J Gun to be able to touch is a gamble. Dallas have to expect this. I think you just back off to point at this point. Yeah, just take the TP, get back to point. Literally, someone's gonna have to touch and they're gonna die for it. And that's all they need to do, right? I don't think Fate makes it if they just try and walk it at mainly. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually very easy to fuck up. It's surprisingly easy to fuck up this hold of like they have to touch the point because it's easy to like feel like you want to overcommit in the front because there's like a couple of isolated people and then let them touch the point. It's easy to overcommit on the people who are going this way and then like they just walk in main and then they get a touch. So they actually played that perfectly, especially with the TP. Like you see Lee J Gon and Lip get here and they're like, oh shit, we're not gonna be able to get there. Lee J Gon gets dinked. But then because of, like, Dallas did a good job of holding the front door for long enough, they just couldn't get there. Watch Lee J Gon? Yeah, we saw him. He gets over there and just gets dinked. I don't blame Lee J Gon. I think he would have died if he tried to go there. I think, actually, Lee J Gon had beat there, right? I think he should have beat to touch. He does have beat there, right? Actually, I'm actually curious. He must have thought somebody else, could get there. Yeah. Oh no, Lee J Gun doesn't have beat. Wait, when did he use beat? Oh, did he use the fight before? Wait, what? Oh, okay. No, he's fine. He used it.
Ready for battle.
Will you redeem my plat VOD? I will redeem your plat VOD. I don't do it now because I'm reviewing another VOD, but yeah. 300k, it's a lot of channel points to get 300k. You gotta be here for a long time to get that, so. This map is a Sag. I actually think I remember this VOD. This was a weird one. I think dragons win this, don't they? But like fuel kind of fuck it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So let's see.
Objective A.
Alright, so we're gonna see mirror matchup. So it's actually interesting, right? Look at this Dragons comp, right? Talking about the meta that we could see in Overwatch League in June tournament. This is viable. This can still be played, and this is the question of, is this gonna be really good? I think it loses to double shield. I think if people start hard committing to a double shield, I think it's impossible for Fate to like play the game. It's also just a very defensive orientated comp, right? Of like, you're able to play this because your Ashe and Echo can play so safe. The biggest issue that you run into is that you can't pocket the Echo and the Ashe at the same time, right? So you have to choose one. How does that happen? How does Fleta die? Oh! Just gets dunked on by Sparkle. He did overextend a little bit. I think he went a little deeper than he would like to have. Oh, Void gets Jexe though. What do we, what up? What? Oh, big nade by Izayaki. Enormous nade. I think without that nade, they lose the first point for almost free here. Instead, they lose their backline. It's gonna be really hard for the Fuel to capitalize on this. I love the idea that they just go hard in the paint. Because that's the only way they're gonna win. They're not gonna win an extended fight, right? Izayaki sleeps. Doha. Damn. Hello? Alright. So they have Nano soon. So I'll probably Nano Fearless in. You can tell this is a bait because their backline hasn't gone in. I'm sure the Dragons recognize that as well. Bob engage. That Bob's kind of bad. They get the Nano on the Fearless. Yeah, the Bob was okay because it was playing so protected. Sleep on the Fate. Sleep on the Fate and Fate just gets actually murdered. Liv gets Sparkle, Izayaki gets Doha, Fleta gets Fearless. Good hold by the Dragons so far. Shouldn't Sparkle play Sombra and Doha play Echo? No, Sparkle's Echo is very good, and Doha's Sombra is way better than Sparkle's, I think. You're gonna redo the Korean Contenders Finals? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it next week. Oh, Doha dies to Lip again? Oh my god. This is the problem with 2CP, like, when it rains it pours. Like, sometimes they just like, oh, this going still? I guess it's a Sombra, right? So they can just go. Look at how good that is. Obviously, he turns into a Brig, so it's not perfect, but he Echo copies so he doesn't get hit by the EMP. EMP's pretty good by Doha. Gets the front line. Fate is probably gonna die for this. Yeah, Fate dies for this. Fearless is gonna get punished here, though. Lip has another Bob, by the way. Wait, what? How does Filter kill two? What is this nade?
minute.
Disgusting. Boy loses mech for that. Sparkle copies an Ana. What is happening here? Why did this happen?
Circuits engaged.
I don't even know what he was aiming for. I think he was aiming for the Ash.
Honor.
Whew. He's getting value. Nano, the classic Nano the Diva. Alright, well played by Dallas. Just a slow roll fight. Oh god, Fleta Nano. Fate has Primal as well. So well played. So I approve of this Fleta Echo. Fleta? Alright.
60 seconds.
Izayaki dying though loses a lot of their healing. Oh wow. That beam is so nasty. Yikes. Fleta, good at game. Who would have thought? So final fight territory. Fuel have negative ultimates. They're gonna get a Doha EMP probably, but Dragons are gonna have a copy and a Valk. If the Valk and the copy go off, which I'm pretty sure they do, it's gonna be very hard for Fuel to win this.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, look at how good that is. Dodges the EMP again with a copy, and he gets on the Winston this time, which is just gonna be so goddamn valuable. Hanbin kills Izayaki. How does Hanbin kill Izayaki without Lijiang helping him at all? Wow, he did a lot of damage. Izayaki did not see Hanbin coming. That was actually a pretty cool movement by Hanbin. Hanbin looks like he's gonna fall short. Right? He looks like he's gonna fall short, and then he pops up at the last second and just murders Izayaki. Well played. Izayaki should be able to get the... Lijiang should be able to get the res though. Fearless gets pulse bombed. Yeah, this is... I think this just goes to show the snowball fight of 2CP. Just like Overwatch in general, right? Fuel didn't get enough value out of both of their EMPs, and if you're gonna play the Sombra, you need to get really big value. So just some great individual plays, but also just... I think they use their ultimates so well. Like, you know, I've been very open about my thoughts about Shanghai Dragon's macro game with the ultimate usage, but I think this game, they did so well. Lijiang was getting Valks off for every single EMP. Fleta was getting great copies, and they just reinforced so well, so...
0. Switching sides.
Was this Fuel being bad? I think Fuel made a couple of mistakes. Like, I think they didn't get as much value out of their ultimates, and Doha's EMPs, as much as Doha's EMPs, they hit a good amount of people, it's kind of the idea of, like, they were engaging with EMPs that gave Dragons the ability to counter. So the way that Fuel played enabled counterplay from the Dragons with their, like, copies against the EMPs, with their Vax against the EMPs. So I don't think the Fuel played particularly badly, but I just don't think they played well enough, and Dragons just stepped it up and countered it so well. So a bit of both sort of, like, created that distance. And then, you know, just the snowballing of 2CP. Like, Lip hit a lot of great shots, was just doing 1 million damage, so... What could Doha do, though? Well, I don't like the idea of how they were opening up fights with the EMP. Obviously, for the second EMP, it's all they had. They had to do it. But for the first EMP, like, he EMP'd main, like, really early. I would prefer to see them engage with a Nano Winston and then, like, take the space. Force Dragons to do something and then EMP. I think that's the best value EMPs. Engaging with an EMP is very one-dimensional, and I think opens up for a lot more counterplay, as I was saying, so... It's not really a no-ult push. I think they need to use other tools to engage. You know what I mean?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Like, they don't need to use the EMP to get through the choke. Like, I can... Let me explain it, right? Let's go in more depth, because this is a short map anyway. Let's go back to the first EMP from Doha. So, also, Doha got punished, like, a lot. Like, 2 minutes for Doha to get his first EMP just shows that Dragons are doing a great job. I think Doha dies here as well, right? Yeah, Doha dies to Lip again. So, just... It hasn't been a great thing, and this, I think that sort of adds to the weight of them feeling like they need to do something, right? It took them so long for Doha to get his first EMP. They don't have a Nano coming up soon, but they almost have Fearless Primal, right? I would rather see them engage with Fearless Primal and Sparkle copy, right? I would like to see Sparkle, like Fearless dive in, Sparkle copy the Winston, engage that way, right? That's going to force Valk out of Lijiang, probably Fleta copy as well. Void might even throw a Diva Bomb. But by engaging with this EMP that we're going to see here, especially throwing a Translocator in as well, it's just, it doesn't feel great, right? Like, because as soon as you throw the Translocator, everyone sees it coming. Fleta uses copy. See, Fleta uses copy here. Lijiang doesn't get the Valk off, which is kind of on Lijiang. He should have been able to get the Valk off on that EMP if he was paying attention. But even then, like, it's good, right? It hits 3 people, but the backline is somewhat safe. Lip and Izayaki are somewhat safe. The people that they hit... They only really punish Fate. Void's gonna get his Diva Bomb, and that creates this idea of their big win condition of, like, EMP is being used, and then they primal and rally anyway. And it opens the doors, because the way EMP works, right, is no one can use their ultimates. No one can use their abilities. If they live long enough through the EMP, through your engagement tool, then all of a sudden they get the ult. Lijiang now has the Valk. Void can play hyper aggressive because he has the Diva Bomb, right? They get the punish onto Fearless on the thing. Lip throws bomb. All of a sudden that push and all the advantage that they gained is gone, and they've lost positioning. Harmbin gets trouble. Fielder gets a great kill on the Lip. Like, that's actually a pretty ridiculous kill. But all of a sudden, as I said, you're opening the door for Dragons to make good individual plays. Because now we're at a pretty even fight, right? Everyone's just throwing all their ultimates. Fielder has a Nano. Fate has a Primal coming back. Fate coming back after being the person who was punished by the EMP eventually makes it back, gets value out of his ultimate. That's the fight loss. And that's why a lot of people don't like engaging with the EMP. Unless you are going to clean them up very quickly with the engaging EMP, it's never really a great tool. Here we go. Every time the Dragon saw the locator, they hard committed ults to protect from the EMP. Why doesn't Doha use the locator as bait? Like faking EMP to force trance. He definitely could have. I think he definitely could have. If he had noticed in the time, I don't know how much he noticed, right? It's very hard when you're throwing an EMP. When you're throwing the Translocator and EMPing, it's hard to always recognize these things. I'm sure that's something that the coaches talk to Doha about as well. Like being like, hey, if they're just gonna, because they do that. They pre-Valk. So let's go back, because I think this is actually an interesting topic. They pre-Valk and use copy when he throws the Translocator in the second time, right? Look at this reaction to the Translocator. Insta-Valk. There's no way they react to him teleporting to it and pressing Q. I don't think that they're reacting to that. My guess is they're reacting to the Translocator. Maybe you're not going to get both of them with it because they don't react fast enough, but you might get one, right? But Lijiang gets his Valk off, Fleta gets his copy off. That is worst case scenario, right? So you could definitely have baited that a little bit better.
Ready, 5.
One of my flex DPS players started screaming every time they translocated in for EMP. Yeah, and it works. Like, even Overwatch League players will panic if you throw a translocator at them. It's been used a lot in the Overwatch League and like at the professional level now. To people are aware of it. So whether or not the translocator fake would work, I don't know. But yeah. Okay, you can see. Look at the way Fate's playing. Literally, all he's doing is trying to charge up this Nano. You have to recognize this is You're the Fuel and stop shooting at them. Try and kill, yeah, try and kill Lip. Try and kill anything. But I think the issue, and a really smart play by the Dragons, is they're trying to farm the Nano. Dallas Fuel recognize this, so they actually give them a little bit more space than you usually would and don't shoot the tanks as much as you would. They actually managed to get the kill into Fearless for that as well. And then as soon as Lip gets this high ground, it's only a matter of time before he hits this shot. Murders Jexay. And that's just... It's just it, right? Kind of sad. I wanted to see Lip and think. We talked about Ursa Tracer actually in our last VOD review of Shanghai Dragons. I don't think we'll see Ursa ever play the Tracer for the Shanghai Dragons. Like there was thoughts maybe if Fleta needed to play a flex DPS and he couldn't play the Tracer, but Lip showed that he can play it like very, very well. So that doesn't even make sense. Like even this season, I like Lip Tracer more than I like Fleta Tracer. Like I really do. Like I know I was very very bullish on Fleta Tracer earlier in the like last season and coming into this season, but I think Lip's just been way better so far. What if Ursa's been boot camping Lip on Tracer? I doubt it.
Ready for battle.
Ursa in Doomfist jail. Yeah, like I think Ursa will come up for like a Genji Doom meta maybe. But I don't see him coming out for anything else.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Lip Tracer was disgusting, it was. So we're gonna go back to King's Row. So Fuel are gonna play their Symmetra Mei strategy on defense. Dragon's gonna come out on their Echo Sombra. Yeah, I was about to say I'd actually prefer to see Echo Ash. If they're gonna play a Brawl, play this like heavy damage composition. This does go back to my point of, as I said on Anubis, this is a comp that can actually be played in the June tournament. Fled actually goes to Pharaoh. It's kind of the same thing as Echo, but it's a very poke-heavy comp. Does it work against, like, shields? Like, we got a double shield comp, actually, from Dallas. Like, does it work? Are they able to take space? I think it'll work with the Pharaoh. Like, the Pharaoh is just... Look at how oppressive Fleta Pharaoh is. But will Echo Ash work? I'm not sure. Fate, that is a fade. What is that? Literally, they got the Symmetra, they have the point, they're all stuck in this room. Literally, all they need to do is play around the Pharah, but that is a hard int by Fate. I can't even defend or justify that. That's just bad. I think Fate is the worst on this map. For that, and also he makes a terrible decision later that will also hit. And we're gonna keep breaking it down because I remember when I was watching this live, I was like, Fate, literally all Fate needs to do is stop dying. Like, if he just lives, it's fine. Like, as you can see, Lip and Fleta, killing everybody. Just don't die. He doesn't need to overextend. He doesn't need, like, once again, like, this is the exact same thing. Fate's gonna die again. Like, there is no reason for Fate to dive this deep. Like, this is a good dive. This first dive, right here. Jumping on the void, great. Drops the bubble, perfect. Get out this way. If he just dips out this way, he's fine. But because he overcommits a little bit too much into his bubble, just gets punished. Fleta's like, please, guys, I'm killing everybody. Just stay alive.
Objective lost.
But Fleta Farah, really fucking good at the game. So, not bad. The legs though, yeah. So now we get the infamous legs. And let's talk about why the legs make sense, okay? For this particular situation. Sparkle comes out believing he's going to play against the Pharah. He can't play trade. He needs to come up with something that can deal with it. He's obviously on Symmetra. He needs to shoot out the air. Can't play the McCree, can't play the Ashe, doesn't really have a hit scan in him. So he goes to Soldier. It kind of makes sense. I don't love it, but fuck it, all the power to him. Fleta switches to Echo though, as soon as Sparkle switches to Soldier, so all of a sudden the Soldier shouldn't get much value. I would have seen Fleta to switch to Tracer. I think Tracer would be way better against this and just permanently live in the backline than the Echo, and then just allow Lip to get pocketed in the backline. Because now we got that issue of who do they pocket, the Echo or the Ashe? And it essentially has to be the Echo. Maybe Soldier's just meta. Guys, stop trying to make Soldier meta. Nano fade in, pretty high value, very high value. Lands in a good spot. He does get frozen, he's probably dead. But that, you can't really blame Fate for that. He did that right. Good res by Lijiang. Bing, bang, boom. Well played. This bob by Lip is just like fucking nailing the coffin. They're through with that. My favorite character is that soldier guy. He's very powerful. Special move. God damn it. The copy pasta. Nice lip by Bob. Good old lip Bob. Alright. So Fate has Primal, Diva has Void has Bomb. This goes back to the same thing that we talked about yesterday with the Florida Mayhem. I like this timing of the engage, right? This is how you engage. This is the perfect timing, right? Fate and Void are able to go forward. Fate's gonna kill Sparkle. Well played. Void goes aggressive. Tries to isolate the rest of the team. Fielder gets flatter somehow through the window. But another great res by Lijiang. Good timing of the beat by Jexay. The problem that the Fuel are having is that they're just getting picked at so heavily by this Ashe and this Echo, right? Like, Fearless just can't even stay close. If the Dragons just play... Yeah, okay, they're just gonna C9. If the Dragons just keep playing this way, there's no way that I think the Fuel are gonna be able to kill them. Especially without an EMP, so they end up actually C9ing. See this sweet-ass Visor value. Visor, Diva Bomb engage after C9ing. Don't really like it, but hey... Because, like, the reason this isn't very valuable, if you're the Dragons, you take that. That's Visor, Diva Bomb, and or what do you lose? 10, 15 seconds, maybe? I love legs. I love Lamp. Do you really love the legs, or are you just saying that? Alright, here we go. Oh, that's a good nano by Fate. Does get punished. They do manage to live through that. How does he kill nobody in that? Is their follow-up just not there? Oh, Fielder gets hit by a fire strike through the window. The healing is just too much. Yo, Soldier value. Soldier value, baby. Let's go. We found the counter to Nano Winston. Oh, good sleep by Izayaki, saving the shit out of his Lijiang. Fate gets melted down because of that damage. Soldier counters Nano Winston. That is not a direct quote. You cannot hold me to that. So this is where I think the Brawl gets some of the best value against this Echo Ashe stuff, is that it's just so linear that it's really hard for the Echo Ashe to, like, take a lot of space, especially when you have Doha who can just EMP here. Good disengage by Fate. Good jump out. Izayaki gets the back off as well, so this should just be in a... Dallas shouldn't overextend into this. I think as soon as the value... As soon as Lijiang gets the back off and Fate jumps away, I think you don't commit on this. So I think Fearless kind of fucked that up. But I also think... Dragons, I don't think should have used the Bob. They used the copy, the Bob, and the Valve to win that fight, so it's not the worst thing for the field. Visor value? I don't know why Spark was trying to win this fight, but... I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, kill the demon! Alright, I guess it's a copy. He almost got away from that. That was a pretty good attempt. Fire strike through the window. Fate gets nanoed. I think you just accept this value so far. I think that was an overextension from Fate. Yeah. I think... The idea was good. I think this was a very greedy jump. I think you see red and he thinks it's fine, but as soon as this lamp goes down, Fate has nowhere to go. Gets a little isolated. Boy gets Doha though, so that's not bad. That felt a little early for my liking, but Lip kills Sparkle. Flatter kills Fielder. They just need to clean this up, right? Good beat by Jexay, just... Oh, Lijiang positioning, kind of poor. Why is Lijiang there? That was very poor positioning by Lijiang on there. He didn't have to commit that far. He could have gone to like here. He got a little too overextended. Great recognition by Hanbin to punish that. I think they cap this if Lijiang doesn't int there. Fletter's too deep. Yeah, Fletter can go that deep though. I think it's fine for Fletter to go that deep, but Lijiang could have... I think it could have been fine if Lijiang had compensated well. Nisha wouldn't have done that. True. True.
Cheers, love.
Alright, here we go. Oldest trick in the book. Got him. That's the moment it all started to go wrong. Felix gets the pin on a flatter. Unlucky. You can see they're gonna go with a... Actually, what are they looking for? Is Felix looking for a shadow play? Early shadow play? It looks like it. Where are you going? I don't... What is this engage? Yeah, run away. If they're gonna do that shit, you just run away. Kill Bob. That was very early Bob. By, Dragons in anticipation. But I also don't know why I feel... Wait, what? Fate Primal? Oh, he almost jumped into the pit.
I seem to have lost my temper.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I got nothing for you guys. Didn't want to get boobed. He got a primal. It's just weird that he had no reason to primal because he wasn't under pressure, and then he primaled. The reason I think the thought process. Here's my thing. My thought process is that he primals. So this is a good jump. I assume his primal is thinking that he's gonna boop them in, right? Like he's gonna jump behind them and he's gonna push them into his team, and that's gonna be where the value is. But I don't know why this is his first jump then. I feel like if you're gonna do that, you need to like jump to like here and then push them. But then it's very confusing of what I don't really know what happens here. So there goes the primal and the Bob. He was very close to getting pushed into that pit again. Alright, so now we got the Nano Winston engaged. They should have the Echo as well. Dude, Fade is just getting mauled. He's just running. he gets Primal and Nano, he's just running away. The visor value. Alright, and here's where I have the problem. So, it's actually worth talking about this thing. As I said, this is the comp that we could play. I actually think this comp doesn't work for the exact reason that we're saying. It's impossible for the Winston to get value and engage just when there's too much damage. And that's why I think the double shield will just mitigate this style of playing, because the Winston doesn't have anyone who's able to follow up his movements. And you can literally just focus down the Winston if he ever gets even close to you. The response when you are playing this comp is never this. If you are in a ranked game and you are playing Winston and your expectation is this dive, switching to BAP Orisa doesn't make any sense, especially if Void is not going to switch as well. Like, my guess here is that this is like double shield, because the meta that we're talking about is like double shield. You play like Orisa Sig and play slow. Yeah, like, I think they would have been way better off switching to the Rhine and then Lijiang switching to Lucio or something like that and like mirroring it. But going BAP Orisa just is not the
Thank you
play.
very much, Money.
Because what is your win condition at this point, right? Your win condition is like, kill everybody with your Ash Echo, but you can't take any space. They literally have nobody who can take space. The Orisa is going to step up, drop the shield, and the shield is going to break. Like, literally like this. Very early Diva Bomb engage. Doha switches to the Hanzo. Like, great recognition from Doha as well. Like, you need to realize is like, if Doha didn't switch off the Sombra, then the Orisa, it's not as much of a throw. But Doha recognizes they're gonna go Orisa. I'm just gonna go Hanzo. Literally make it impossible. Just the amount of damage that the Fuel have from range now is just ridiculous. And they just literally walking into a trap. Why Orisa? And this is kind of the idea, right? Of where like, it's the idea that Fate will be able to do more on the Orisa instead of the Winston. We saw Elsa do the same thing on the Chengdu Hunters in the off-tank role. It's like, it feels like you're not feeding as much, and it feels like you can feel like you exist better, but you just don't offer anything. So eventually, Fate switches to the ball because the first fight just doesn't go well. I would have preferred to have just seen them commit with the comp that they had with the Winston and just hope it worked another time, because they got close a couple of times, but switching to Orisa with a minute left is never the play. If you want to take some notes, never switch to Orisa with a minute left, unless you're just like committing to like double shield, but even then it doesn't make sense. Are coaches allowed to talk to players during the game? No.
Initiating.
I'm actually curious to see if I actually have a question of like, it would be hard to moderate that if you are the league. Obviously in the rules they can't, but I'd be curious to see if any teams have found solutions to that problem. Because you can't control which coaches are in the room or what voice channels they exist in or all that kind of stuff. Of if you could have someone watching in real time and communicating. They require things, sir? Yes, but there's ways around that. And hey, if we want to talk about things like that, Dota is a prime example of that, especially when we're in an online thing of like referees aren't able to stand behind them and they don't have to set up channels. Like, I'm curious if to see, I wonder if someone's found a way around the rules, but why can't you though? A coach is an important part of the team, football managers. Yeah, no, and that's fine. Like, coaches talk to them between maps, but Overwatch, and honestly, all esports is played under the idea that coaches are not allowed in the game while the match is happening. Perhaps the dozens of players, you know? Yeah, I probably could. But I also think to players, no one would admit to doing it. If they were, no one would admit it, especially to me, right? Like, it's an interesting. As I said, even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you guys. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, but it's just a hard thing to mandate. But the reason it comes to mind is because if you haven't been paying attention, there's been a massive deal with it in Dota right now. There was like, one of the tournaments like took it out of their rules that they could, like, they allowed coaches to be in comms, and one of the teams did it, and people found out, and it blew up, and it became this massive controversy in Dota. So
Defense matrix activated.
I heard there are referees at their team base. Well, yeah, like, well, I don't think Overwatch, as I said, I don't have the answer. I don't think Overwatch League has a referee at every single player facility or stuff like that. As I said, we live in an online world where people can't be there in physical, so it's hard to just like check it, but yeah. Cheat. That's not what I said. It's so small, but it's fucking there. I thought it was dead pixels on my stream. Oh, that's my mic. Sorry, let's go back and look at that. Sorry, that was just a massive tangent that I was just curious about. Dallas Fuel are going to play the Winston Rush with the Reaper Sombra at the Dragons. Dragons are going to play the same comp. They're going to play the Ash Echo. And Fate is dead again. I think this is the thing of like, Fate is not playing well, but it's also back to the exact same point of most teams don't play the Mercy with the Echo Ash. They play a Tracer because it offloads tempo. Same thing with a Sombra, is it gives someone else who can like hold Fate, but they also usually play Brig, who can pack your Winston, right? The packs are very valuable.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
There's a tiny triangle on your left. That's yeah. It's my boom mic.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Because I put it to my face. So if I do that, is that better for you guys? So you guys know what it is. My other left. Oh, what is that? This? Is it gone? I got you. I got you. I'm sure as soon as you tell people about it, people are just gonna focus on it. So I got you. Finally, chat. Finally, a watchable stream. Alright. Here we go. Fate gets hacked and run it again. Fate is just getting bullied at this point. He is doing his job. He is being the front line, and they're winning fights, so you can't even really blame him. Like, yeah, like, they're doing a pretty good job. I think Izayaki could probably do more to heal him, but we'll see. Oh my god, Flutter almost entered. Alright, so Fuel is getting ults up. They're gonna have Coalescence. They're gonna have EMP. There's the Valk. I don't really like this EMP again. I like the Coalescence engage, but it's the same thing of like... Actually, Fate jumped in at the exact same time that he EMP'd. So, and he hit the bulb. So it's not the worst, but I think that timing was fortunate. Fate gets naded though, which is good. Oh, shit. Oh! That was good play by Lijiang. He saw him translocate up there and just followed him. Alright, so Hanbin drops a Diva Bomb up there, but it's probably gonna die for it. Oh, Flutter gets caught. Jexay gets the beat as well. Dude, Jexay does it all. Good res by Lijiang. Lijiang's Mercy is pretty clean at times. Oh! Did not see that come from anywhere. Let's see what happened here. Nano Mercy? Oh, wait, when did Izayaki Nano Mercy? That is a good point.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I'm a fan of that Nano Mercy. I actually think that's a good one. It's actually a good Nano Mercy. I think that was necessary. Yo. Sick. Lip pushed him away from the sleep. That was a really good play by Sparkle on the Reaper. My favorite Reaper guy. Yo, Lockdown's taking me 38 months. So more of the story is the cheat Custa. That is not what I was saying. I was curious if any of the teams have cheated. Like, not this year, I think there's probably more things, but I remember thinking it last year of like, it'd be very hard to control people from not having them in comms because like, yeah, it's just very hard. So the Dota drama sort of stirred it up in my mind. Fearless gets slept. So I love this recognition from Dallas as well. Is Fearless is like, we're off first point, now I can play Ryan. Because you can't really play Ryan on the first point because you end up just being a bot who's just standing on the point as your team dies around you. But I love the adaptation of Fearless switching to Ryan here. We're going to get another EMP from Doha throwing his Translocator in. Fled is going to get the copy off on it.
Reaper.
But Fate is just going to get murdered. As per usual. Against his comp. Ooh! I would love to see Doha fake it against the Echo. Wait, how do they win this? The Coalescence kills the Echo, and then they just run at the back line. Wow. That's actually crazy that they went on to win that fight. Void getting staggered here is going to hurt them as well. Dragons are going to get an EMP though. How does our coaching work? What do you mean? In what capacity? Our coaching is just... It's essentially just... It's like a player who just doesn't play in the games. But they can coach... It depends on the levels of coaching as well. Like head coaches are generally like macro... Like talking about like the structure of the team and stuff like that. But then you have assistant coaches who work on individual players, individual plays and stuff like that. It's a very long, storyline and like concept of how coaches work, and it's also very different for every team. No, your coaches cannot coach at all during the game. They can only talk to you, and I'll explain it like how it was during Overwatch League and when we were at Blizzard Arena. Coaches didn't have their comms enabled onto our headsets. They could hear us, but we couldn't hear them until after the map. You could hear them between maps and after maps, and then obviously you'd go to the dugout halfway through. Fate jumps in with a nano. Good EMP by Lip. I don't think anyone can follow this up though. But yeah, coaches can't talk to them during matches. But then you could go to dugouts during halftime and stuff like that, right? Coalescence engage. Good EMP, but it's into a rally, so I don't think they're going to be able to get much value out of that. Sparkle gets purpled. They really need to make sure they have the Matrix for when you use these Reaper ults, because otherwise you just get slapped, naded, all that kind of stuff. How do you feel about a timeout system as a la Counter-Strike? What? No, the maps for Overwatch happen so fast that they don't need a timeout. Like, can you imagine if you, like, paused in the middle of a round? Or like at like between as they're switching offense and defense. You don't need coaches between that time. That's part of what makes teams great and players great is their ability to communicate and solve problems while in the map, right? That's great. I think if you add a coach, I think that takes so much away from it, right? And then everyone just becomes a mechanical bot in the game, right? I don't like having coaches in game. I think communication structure and how you work in the middle of a game and in the midst of a game is a skill and an important one. Alright, so they're gonna take the high ground. Alright, how are the dragons gonna do this? They're gonna EMP nano fade in. EMP. Oh, Jexe got hit by that. Oh, Jexe got hit by that. How did this happen? Oh, he's unlucky. He should have been hiding already, but that's unlucky. He's so close to not getting hit by that. Oh, the counter EMP on the Fate Nano in. Oh, the Nano Fate is a problem though. Where's Fielder? Oh, over here. Does Fate have Primal? No. Fate's gonna die as well. Wow. And that's sort of the value of having the Moira is that you can win fights that you really shouldn't win. Like, they just have so much more sustainability over the Dragons. Dragons are so heavily dependent on their ultimates of Copy, Primal, and all that kind of stuff. Fielder got hacked out of his ult there? Yeah. That was the first of the Doha counter EMPs? Yeah. And it works so well, right? Because, like, Fate heavily committed, and the Dragons heavily committed into that fight under the understanding that they had an EMP. Doha gets hacked, but he's fine. Oh, wow. Good play by Hanbin. I like that Diva Bomb. I like that beat. Recognizing that your team is going to get forced forward because of the Diva Bomb, I actually really like that beat. Sort of takes away their win condition. Sparkle back on the legs. Don't love it.
Diva.
I actually really like the Reaper. I'm surprised he decided to switch off of it. He's gonna switch Mercy? Okay, switches to the Mercy. Jump off map. No. Alright, so switches to Mercy for the pocket on the Echo. I don't hate it. I think Brig is pretty hard against this comp from the fuel, so I actually kind of like the switch. Brig doesn't really work very well against Brawl because you just get run. Oh! Fade is pretty lucky he didn't get hit by that. Oh, lip EMPs. Counter EMP by Doha is very good. They do get the nano off onto... Oh, did Izzyaki lose his nano?
I have your back.
There's a shit EMP. I think, here's the idea. I think Lip goes to EMP under the expectation that they're going to follow up on the Shadow. But they don't really. Like, obviously Jexay does and Fearless committed, but no one else really was there for it. Doha throws in his counter EMP. He does lose his nano. Izzyaki loses the nano on the EMP, so Fate goes in. Fate is fucked. Moral of the story is Fate is in trouble. His team just got EMP'd behind him.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh wow, Fate did a great job of living there. I would have liked to have, I would have liked to have seen them coordinate this window and this visor way better than they did. But yeah, Shanghai just has to like play like run away, but they just can't do it effectively enough, right? That was just great counterplay by Fuel, recognizing the win condition of the Dragons that they were going to EMP none of their Winston. Same thing again, Doha like uses the EMP. As soon as they go for it, Doha goes next. Sort of splitting up the team because the Fuel know that with the composition that they have, they win in a brawl, like an even brawl, as long as Dragons don't get value out of their EMP and their nano on the Winston, right? Oh yeah, that's it. It's a good win by Dallas Fuel. Attack buys after you won the fight. Yeah. I hope you guys, yeah, you guys got some great notes from this series. Great notes. Don't miss. Check Dono. Do you think Lip locks Sombra in ranked? Everyone begs him to swap. No. Lip Sombra, it's clean. His EMP's questionable. And that's the thing, is that if he could literally, he would be the perfect player if he just learned how to EMP. I feel like he's just, even there, he's forcing it too much, right? It's kind of like the idea that we were talking about with Doha, where they're telegraphing too obviously that they want to EMP. And that makes it so easy for the Fuel to set up a counter. And because the Dragons aren't forcing the Fuel to do something first, the Fuel are countering it very easily. And that's why Doha was literally saving his EMP. So Doha wasn't even trying to go first with his EMP. He's literally hiding, just waiting for Lip to go. So just a little too transparent with their play.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Do you think June Joust will see any double shield with Mei, Reaper, Moira, Bap, and Lucio? Yeah, that's what I said. I think we're either going to see a rush with like Lucio, Moira, with a Mei Reaper with like shield tanks, with like Orisa. You could go like Orisa Diva, Orisa Sigma, maybe even like a Sigma Diva. You could do something like that, right? I think that's potential, but I think double shield is probably more likely as well. Okay, so we're going to see the classic Shanghai composition that makes me mold out of control. And we actually saw this. We saw Dallas do this last time, and I molded out of control that they didn't wait for their nano, right? And they didn't nano Fearless in. But I really don't like this Zen Ashe Mercy from the Winston. I understand it's such a defensible position for the Dragons, and that's why they can play greedy with this Ashe Zen Mercy. But I don't know. I feel like as soon as they lose control, if they lose this control of this first point, they have to switch their composition, and then they have the potential to lose all of second point for literally free just because they have a bad composition. Because they can't get the Zen to work, because all of a sudden the Trace of the Sombra and the Winston get too much control on the map. So you see, Dallas actually changed up their strategy, right? They're not even trying to take this high ground. They're not even playing the Xayah. Did they play the Xayah last time? Am I thinking of a different team? No, I'm thinking of the Mayhem. But yeah, Dallas approaching it in a different way than forcing the nano and playing this like slow high ground where Izayaki got the transcendence before. Oh, they get a good sleep on a lip. I don't think they'll be able to punish this there. Good recognition by Fearless, knowing that he can't overcommit onto that. But yeah, pushing the cart. Look how far they get the cart. They force the Tracer down. Down on the low ground. They're getting positioning. They should be able to take second floor here now. With how far the cart has gone. Yo, Marvels, thank you very much for the fresh sub. Fate dies. Oh, you can't use your jump like that. You just can't. Like, he's acting as if his team is all up here still. But they're not. So, this short jump is literally just... yeah, I don't know what that jump was. He's just dead. So now we have that Nano Winston that I was talking about, right? If you're Izayaki, what the fuck do you do here? Fate's gonna find him and run at him. Yeah, boom, done. Izayaki doesn't have the Transcendence in time. Oh, Hanbin kind of feeds. I want a good... Fate does get Hanbin though, which is nice, and they get the res on Izayaki. Fearless didn't get the primal. Good consolidation. Good consolidation by Dragons. I think that bob by Lip was enormous. Getting that bob onto the cart just did so much damage. Gave them a bit of time to sort of like consolidate. And as much as like Fearless isolated Izayaki with that nano, he kills Izayaki and then comes back. But, you know, he just gets rezzed up, so. Sparkle, why are we using a pulse bomb on a Winston here? It's literally just giving away free L charge. Dev Chocolate, thank you very much for the fresh sub as well. Welcome to the fam. Thank you very much for all the subs, guys. I appreciate it. Question, was my Winston on Gibraltar yesterday better than this? Yeah. It was, you didn't have a turbo feat. At least not that I noticed. I was too busy missing shots. I was trying to remember how to aim. That I wasn't really looking at you, I'm gonna be honest. So there's the rally. Good eat by Hanbin. Yeah, that rally is so valuable here. Look how much space and positioning it gives them. Izayaki gets forced to use his why does Izayaki get forced to use his Transcendence? Is this Fearless just doing Fearless things? Oh, Lijiang's 1 health! Oh yeah, okay. Fearless forces Izayaki Transcendence. Bob gets hacked, well played. Void's going deep. Needs to be careful to not get hacked. What is going on here? Hanbin is hiding in a bomb, but dies. Not great play so far. Oh, but thank you very much for the 2-month resub as well. Dallas take the high ground, which is interesting. Playing out of glass. I don't know how I feel about it. I like that they consolidated really well. Hanbin coming from the side, calling that he's going. Hanbin just turbo fed. Hanbin? You good? What are you doing? That was questionable. Oh, he made it onto the ledge still. Oh, that good recognition from Doha, knowing that they were going to have to touch the point. He does get murdered by Lip, though, on that jump. Res by Lee J gone. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 Dallas. Hanbin making space. He's just Hanbin has died like 3 times, like in the back line of the Dragons. I don't really know. It's not even like he's following Dallas. Switch Genji. Do not take the note to switch to Genji. Okay? You are not Doha. You cannot do this. But I actually don't hate this decision by Doha because he uses EMP. He's not going to get another EMP. He just wants to have something that is going to have some form of ball potential. And Genji is very hit and miss with that. But I understand why he went for the Genji. touches the point. Oh! Oh my god, he forced Transcendence as well. Yo, Doha kinda fucked on the Genji. Doha actually kinda pounded on that Genji. That was pretty sick. I will give him that. Doha good at Genji, who knew? If only Dallas Fuel had played him before. Alright, let's see the Blade. We're gonna keep an eye on him for the Blade. Imagine having 2 top tier Genji players, yeah. Cries in San Francisco shock. Oh, here we go, baby. Okay. Nice. He shouldn't have used his dash to... In my professional Genji opinion, I don't think he should have used his dash on the monkey. I think he should... If he had this dash still, he could have killed Izayaki. It's a good bonk, though, yeah. Alright, Doha, time to switch. It was fun while it lasted, but... Alright, what's going on in the rest of the game? Super would have killed 6. Alright, Doha goes to the Echo. Echo might have even been better on first point, but hey, fuck it, it worked, so we're not gonna question it. Alright, so Dallas have actually got a pretty good amount of positioning, but they have very few ultimates, so it's gonna be hard. Alright, Lijiang catches the pulse bomb. In comes Fearless. Please kill Lijiang. Please kill Lijiang. Solo EMP onto Fearless. Honestly, I kind of like it. Stops the primal from going off. The rally is a problem though. And Doha kinda fucking. Alright, what happened with their other ultimates? What happened with Fate Primal? Because they have Primal, they have Diva Bomb. So actually, they have Nano. They have Nano Primal Diva Bomb. Alright, good value, good value. Oh, I think he should have followed them down there. Oh, once the rally's out, it's very hard to primal here. Alright. Why did he jump away? If he's gonna primal to isolate the Ana, that's good. Like, I actually like this primal. I think if you can get the Ana away from the rally. Expected sleep. If you're expecting a sleep, you can't jump that high. Literally. Why did he use his jump to get off the ship? Why didn't... Did he want the... He wanted the slam damage, I guess? Oh, and then he gets slept a bit. Alright, Fleta kills Fielder. I'll do it myself, says Fleta. Oh, the great nade onto Doha. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get the kill though. Okay. Alright, so now we get on to the third point. Let's go. Oh my god. Wait, what just happened? Lip's a ninja. That's all I've learned from this. The Great Escape.
Adaptive circuits.
Okay, Lip's gonna EMP here. I think he's missed the boat on the EMP though. I think he realizes that though. He's not gonna use it. Right? You've missed the boat. The backline's too far away. No one's gonna go for it. The Echo's already teleported, jumping away. The Diva's not in range. Trace is not in range. Winston's not in range. You've missed the boat.
Apagando.
I fucking knew he was gonna do it as well. I fucking knew it.
Winston.
60 seconds.
Nerf this.
I'm so mad. Oh god damn it, dude. Alright, Harmon's dead again. I don't know what Harmon's doing this game. He got Doha. Yeah, he got the Echo copy. Oh goody. Alright. The dive didn't really work. Harmon lost mech anyway. Sweet. Like, can you imagine if Fate, like, if Fearless was still on the Shanghai Dragons and Lip learned how to EMP? Can you imagine how good this fucking team would be? Like, it feels like we always just, and like Lijiang just like didn't in every now and then, right? Like that seems like the three major things that we highlight all the time, right? Of just like, Lijiang just dies randomly at certain times and really is big punishing. Lip can't EMP anybody, and then Fate is really struggling to get any value on the Winston. Like, can you imagine if they solved those three problems? Like, they would actually be unstoppable. Oh, Fearless. Oh, good nano.
I'm feeling unstoppable.
Can't really do a lot with it. Maybe it wasn't a good nano. Oh, good nano on the Fate as well. Keep him alive. Good pocket. Zitto rally, so Fate can't really do too much. That was actually very well done by Fate. Isolating the main tank. Alright, Fate does get caught though. Okay, BattleNet, just alt tab me.
10 seconds.
That's just great. Alright, they got positioning. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look, I remember this. Who's ready for this one?
10 seconds.
He does multiple things wrong. First, he should have dropped it, right? I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It seems like he did, this isn't what he. It seems like he was bashing. He was planning on doing this before he got stuck with it, right?
If we hold them here, we
So you know, it is unfortunate. This shit happens, right? Like you get stuck on your shield. His shield has 2 HP as well, so he was this close to just dying on his own, which would have been nice. So he has 2 HP on the shield. He insta reacts, bashes into Izayaki, and it's honestly it's fine at this point, right? If Lijiang dies, you know, we can handle it. He probably could have kept the shield up, that kind of stuff. He drops it. I'm pretty sure he drops it into himself as well. And then he kills Izayaki with it as well. He could have probably kept it looking this way, and him and Izayaki would have died. But he turned it, he drops it, so him and Izayaki die. I feel for him because that's just unfortunate, unlucky, but he also made some very wrong split-second decisions. Lip, EMP. It's not great. He dies for it, but he has to force something there. Otherwise, they're going to lose anyway, so it's kind of fine.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Alright, Lijiang's got the... Imagine how different this fight would have been if Lijiang landed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright.
Round 1 complete.
game on.
Doha's Echo. That was like one of those things where it's just like everything that could go wrong goes wrong, you know? Lip EMP is limp. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Ian? Look at those juggle mechanics. Guys, when you see those juggle mechanics, I think it's funny that nobody fucking Fearless juggles the rallying brig. Nobody takes notes. But fucking Lijiang kills his Ana. That's what we're taking note. Oh no, I think I'm making worse players. Still best main tank from one of the best teams. Have fuck you money. Chat can't read. Alright. Bonk onto Fate. Sparkle gets Lijiang. Sparkle gets Lijiang. Oh, I got naded. He's mad. I was kind of curious on how he died. Alright. This VOD told me tilt swaps to Genji are viable. That if... No. No. Chat, no. If you're against me, then sure. Oh, wow. Spark was very lucky he didn't die. The teams who actually profited, they win the league, yeah. Yeah, teams don't really make a ton of money because like there is a prize. Most of the prize share, I think it's like at least half of the prize share has to go to the players. So players profit a lot. Like if you win, you win like $100,000 or something like that, like each. I don't know exactly how much money it is. I think it might be $1 million to the winning team. I don't know if it's changed this year, but you win a good chunk of change if you're a player. The orgs, it's like you win like let's say it is a 50% split. And they win $1 million, they win $500,000. It's obviously nice for an organization to win $500,000, but for the expense that it costs to have a winning team, $500,000 is kind of like a drop in the bucket a little bit, you know? So Super is a millionaire? Oh yeah, Super's definitely a millionaire. Depends how much money he wastes and throws away, but he's definitely made at least $1 million in his Overwatch League career. Actually, what is Super's winnings? Let's actually look that up real quick. Super Overwatch League, because they usually have it on their Wikipedia page, right? Yeah, Super's approximate total earnings just from winning tournaments is $550,000. And then you obviously, like, he has a salary, which I assume is very, very high because he's a marketable San Francisco Shock player. And then his stream that he makes a ton of money on. And his YouTube, which he makes a ton of money on. As you can see, it adds up. What about Strike? I would say Strike is on the same thing. Obviously, he doesn't have as big of a stream in YouTube, but... Alright, so Dragons get the... money equals Ryan feed. What was my total winnings? Alright, let's Overwatch Custa. My total winnings. $90,000. That sounds about right. Not bad. Also, alternate IDs. Directly under the $90,000. Dildo mum. Pog. Alright. Who wrote this? Literally doesn't have Mr. Wobbles, but has Dildo Mum. Alright, EMP by Doha. Hits 4 people. Pretty good EMP. Should isolate Fate. Kills Flatter. Alright, let's see if Dragons try and commit to this fight. They have Primal, but not much else going for them. But Duzzfield don't really have a lot, so they might commit to this. Fate Primal might be big. Dives in with Lip. Gets the Primal, gets hacked. Okay. Big grab by Harbin. Hits the Brig and the Diva. Lip does get Fielder though, which is not bad. The disrespect grab. Was it actually a disrespect grab? He just like shot it at Void. I assume Void had just used Matrix, right? Oh, that was so disrespectful. That was very disrespectful. Hanbin, that's just... You can't. Void has full Matrix. Literally off cooldown. And he just fucking throws it at him. That was a long throw as well. You don't usually see grabs go that far. Off-tank difference. Well, I bet even Void's pissed off of that. That's like, as you said, it's just disrespectful to throw a grab at a diva like that. Like as a diva, you're like, why would you throw that? Why would you do that? Is OG class as a Winston player now after originally joining the league as a Reinhardt specialist? Did OG join the league as a Reinhardt specialist? I don't think he did. I thought he joined as I thought he was always known for his Winston. Unless before he joined Dallas Fuel, way back in the league, he was a Reinhardt player. I'm not sure. But I always thought of him as a Winston player. Yeah, OG has been good at both since the beginning, yeah. But if I was to classify OG, I would call him a Winston player right now as well.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Alright. Sparkle hits the pulse bomb on Izayaki. Clean hack into the thing. Sparkle loves this tech. This is the Sparkle pulse bomb. I know a lot of other players do this, but I don't think always to this degree. I swear every time Sparkle throws a pulse bomb, he does this exact move. He blinks in, he gets to about this mid-range where he blinks past it and he does a 180 and he throws it. He does this almost like every time. He does this like every time he throws a pulse bomb. It's kind of interesting and it works. It's not a macro, dude. It could be at this point, right? Final orbit. I read that in the wrong way. Thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome to the fam. Pulse bomb by Lip. Hits Jexay's shield. Lip's getting pressured out by Sparkle. Teach us how to read. Aye. EMP. Dude, I don't know how many times Fletter is going to get this copy off.
Changing position.
And here's the point, right? Doha could definitely bait this. I would have loved to have seen Doha do this just once. Like, Fletter's not even looking to see if he translocates. Unless he's using a sound cue, but I don't think he has the time for that. Like, it feels like Fletter is literally just like pre-popping it. He could definitely get away with that. They nano fade as well. So Doha doesn't really get any value out of this EMP. If anything, it's a bait because he gets caught with like the nano and the echo copy is just too good. Oh yeah, they're in trouble. Oh god, Jexay, no. Yeah, Jexay's just gonna die. That was a good get. That kind of felt like Doha forcing the Sombra EMPs, right? Like by forcing it, it just gave the dragon such a big window and opening.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Goddamn chat. Lip tech. Alright, here we go. Fearless has the Primal Rage. So does Fate. Who do you think gets more value out of this Primal Rage? Fearless or Fate? Oh, Fearless is getting hard counter dove. Yeah, Fearless went a little too early there, I think. Oh, lip diff. Fletter. Oh, nice. Jexay probably should have caught that, but, you know, obviously, it's easy to say that in hindsight. Wow, are they gonna get second point for free?
Didn't see that coming.
And this is why I don't really like Gibraltar as a map. This second point is so defensible, but it takes like one thing for them to just get through the whole point for free. It's kind of ridiculous, but hey, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Lip Tracer was clean. Lip Tracer was very impressive in Melee. Lip gets punished by Sparkle. Yo, how does Sparkle win this 1v1? Alright, here we go. Respect the 1v1. Oh. Lip just got kind of dunked on. Oh, he doesn't have recall. Oh, I thought he had recall. Alright, no, man. It's not as big of a dunk, seeing as he didn't have recall. D-tier Tracer, by the way. This is... See, you say that. You say D-tier Tracer, by the way, and then we look at this shit. Like, Sparkle has good, like, game sense and mechanics, but then, like, he throws this shit at main tanks, like, all the time. And, like, divas. Like, he doesn't really need to go for this. And then he just, like, sort of throws it away. Like, even if he hit the brig with that, it's not that big of a deal. But it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah. It'd be nice though, yeah. You excited for Big Boss Pine? Yeah, I've done a bunch of thoughts. I even did it in this VOD. So I gave a lot of thoughts. You can go back and check those out if you're interested. I talked about it on the Lijiang Tower. Start of this VOD review. Lijiang on rallies, the Doha Primal. This is like such a mood by Doha. This is me whenever I play Monkey and I'm like, I'm gonna go for a Primal. Oh shit, overshot it. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, overshot that one too. Alright, here we go. Okay, a little bit of an overshoot again. Alright, I'm gonna jump back with it. Let's just jump backwards. Fleta gets slapped on the Winston. Oh, good. Oh, good catch by Jexay. Catches it, lives to tell the tale. Clean. Fade gets grabbed. Good counter Diva Bomb. This counter Diva Bomb keeps Fade alive. But the rally should keep Dallas Fuel alive as well, especially the Fearless Primal. I feel like Dragons did a lot better job in this series of punishing Fearless every time he goes in. I feel like Fleta's waiting for Fearless to go in a lot of the time and trying to punish. Doha gets the better of Fleta. Fate can't do anything. He does a pretty good job with the nano, but not enough. Have you spoken about how hero bans will affect Dallas? Yes, I talked about it earlier in the stream if you want to check that out, but I'll also be uploading that to my YouTube. I'll probably do it tonight. It'll probably be uploaded to my YouTube tonight. Actually, I'll probably save it tomorrow morning, actually. I'll be releasing a video tomorrow morning about what I think, my thoughts of like the hero meta, like the hero bans and what I think the meta is going to be.
Adaptive circuits.
Good copy by Doha.
Winston.
Oh, is Fate alive? No. Pulse by Sparkle. Good pulse by Sparkle. Dragon's just really struggling to get any space. They're gonna have to use their like rally and nano to engage. Can you do the video in a Mercy cosplay? Liam, I know you want to see my legs again, but you know, you gotta be a tier 3 sub and an OnlyFans sub for that. Alright, Hanbin playing somewhat aggressive. So we got a nano onto Hanbin and a nano onto Fleta. Oh, almost hit that sleep. Jexay? No packs for Fielder?
Adaptive circuits engaged. Tracer.
Wait. What did I just do? Oh, no packs. Oh, yeah, he needed to really get a pack off onto Fielder.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Alright, Fleta turns into a Tracer. We got the rally from Lijiang. Alright, here we go. Shanghai Dragons rolling. Father Katic feels Bowlman. Feels Bowlman? Bowlman? Alright. It did cost Dragons a lot to get in here, so we're gonna see fuel come out. Look at this interesting tech by Fielder, by the way. Feels Bowlsman. Oh, right. So Fielder doesn't have Nano, switches to the Ana. Switches to Lucio, speeds out his Winston, switches to Mercy, reses his Brig, switches to Lucio to get Fielder out there again, Fearless out. Speeds out again, switches back to Ana. So Fielder doesn't have Nano, switches to Lucio, speeds out his Winston, switches to Mercy, reses his Brig, switches to Lucio, speeds out everybody, switches to Ana. Let's watch it from his perspective. I don't know how worth it this is. How does he switch so fast? You can do it quickly if you just practice. Speeds out Fearless so that he can touch. Switches to Mercy, reses the Brig. Switches to Lucio, amps out his Winston again for the speed and the Brig and the Bowl, and then switches to Ana. I don't know how valuable that is. But yeah. Fielder dies to the Pulse Bomb. He just dies to a Pulse Bomb anyway, so. Diva Bomb by Void comes out.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Jexay, Doha having this copy and Jexay having this rally was so fortunate.
Winston.
And Fearless living on 1 health. Like, it's actually crazy how everything, like, just came together for them. Pushes the Brig away. Fearless comes out on the Rhine. Some great, just some great micro in the moment changes, right? Fearless switches over to the Reinhardt off of the Winston, understanding that he's gonna get more. Like, literally look at this. Fearless switches to Reinhardt after being 1 health. Switches to Reinhardt, pins out, pins the Diva, swings a bunch, gets 50% ult charge, like, almost instantly on the Reinhardt. And then we have some counter throws. So Fleta gets nanoed, does a ton of damage, right? Kills Doha, does a lot of work, kills Fearless. Okay, everything's rolling, right? Everything looks good. We're all starting to stabilize. Fuel are out of ultimates. We just need to clear out the point. I think a Diva copy is good. I think a Tracer copy is good. Anything but this copy is good. He even gives up his rally armor for it. But literally, he was all of their damage on the Echo. And then he switches to Ana. And he can't get any ult charge. He finally gets a nano. Nano's his Tracer. But at that point, like, I think Lip instantly loses the nano as well. You don't keep nano after the Echo is switched. So, he just dies. They don't have any damage and they go on to lose.
Victory.
And that's just, like, obviously, it's not just on Fleta. There was a lot of things that happened there. Dallas Fuel made a lot of great decisions. Shanghai just, like, a couple of things just went wrong for them at the end. But that Ana switch is very questionable, especially as we go further onto the series, onto Ilios.
Ready for battle.
You should keep nano after you uncopy, bomb stay, Bob stays. It is interesting interactions, how like Echo sort of is quite inconsistent with how it works, but yeah. Hey Bo, you wanna say hi to chat? Alright, on Ilios. It is currently 3-1 to the Dallas Fuel.
One.
Think we'll see any Hog decks on it? I'm not sure. Nope. This was an interesting matchup. So we have the Dragons playing the Wrecking Ball Zen. I actually really like the Wrecking Ball Zen on this map. Because it is very linear, it's very easy for your Zen to stay alive and play safe in the backline. And it's very hard for a Winston to get value, right? Because you have to like jump linearly, right? So... like, Fearless just gets absolutely mauled. I think he gets discorded and just gets hard shot at. And yeah, Fade just has to be annoying in the background, right? Like, he's doing a great job of just living, just existing in the background.
The objective is now
It's a lot of healing for somebody as well. Like, look at Izyaki's trance. Like, I think having a transcendence on your Zen is so important against this composition, right? Like, I always talk about this. He needs to beat the Ana to the Nano, and he's close. Like, he's at 70%. If he can get to the transcendence before Fearless gets this Nano online and gets into the backline, they're in a big problem because they're going to lose that fight, and then all of a sudden the map percentage is at like 50%. Izyaki kills Sparkle. Izyaki's so good at Zen. Just existing in the backline. Balls in my ranked games, yeah. It really do be like that, you know?
reactive circuits engaged. Winston.
Oh, look at that. Where does... So Fearless gets nanoed? I think this is to save his life, right? They're taking too long to engage, right? They're just taking too much damage. They nano Fearless before they could do anything, but all of a sudden the Winston copy, the ball, the tracer, pulse bomb, and this is just so oppressive by the dragons. And that's just the fight right there. And now, yeah, I like this switch by the Fuel. I think recognizing they use the nano, they're not really going to get anything out of this. Let's switch to Lucio Moira. They need to up the tempo. They need to get faster to get in to the backline of the dragons. But at this point, like, how do you win this fight? Like, the only way the Fuel can win this fight is if Doha hits a sick EMP on the backline, right? But it's going to take him so long to get there. EMP. Hits Izzyaki, gets Izzyaki. Honestly, not bad. The dive is rough, but they get there. So good EMP by Doha, getting into the backline. They're probably going to get this cap. But I think holding the next fight is going to be the real question, right? Oh, I'm surprised. I don't know why both tanks decided to use their ults. They lost their backline. Void loses mech, uses Diva Bomb. Fate uses his mines on the point. Like, that just seems like such a waste. Like, they could have come in with an enormous ult advantage going into next fight. But they're just going to throw the ult away. So, that's... Hopefully swapping? No. Hey, like, Fate going Winston here literally makes no sense. Freddy uses copy? No! What are we doing? They even get a good stick. They threw the pulse bomb, but it gets primaled. What is happening?
Wait for it.
Damn it.
Yo, Izzyaki, use Transcendence. Really capped this one out. They are about to be 6 again, though, so... Let's see how this goes. Izzyaki goes aggressive to use the Transcendence, it seems like. Yep. Izzyaki goes aggressive, uses the Transcendence. Hanbin Diva Bomb should mitigate that one. Fuel's out of ults, though. On the negative for Fuel, they're out of ults, and Lee Jae-gon has a rally. Yeah, this is going to be a problem for Dallas. I don't know how they win this fight. Yeah. Dallas just really couldn't get anything done with this composition. Like, I just don't think they could do anything. Like, outside of the EMP, they just... I don't know how they get on the backline. Oh, good EMP by Doha. I don't think it should have too much an impact, even though it was very good. It got a couple of kills. It should just not be enough. Boom. Alright.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Alright. I think Gladskia can suffer without a Reinhardt. I don't think so. I think Muse is probably... Reinhardt is probably one of his worst heroes.
5, 4,
I think anything that you can get Muse off of Reinhardt, I think is good for him. I think Muse's Winston was good. I think Muse's, like, that kind of stuff, so. Alright, so we're gonna see the same thing, same compositions. We're gonna, from the other side, except Doha's gonna be on the Echo this time. See how this works for the Dallas Fuel. Very quick dive by Dallas Fuel onto the backline. Are they seriously not gonna be able to kill Izayaki? And they couldn't kill Izayaki. That is a problem. Where does this dive go wrong? Did they force it too much? Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. So they run through cage. Just go fast. Honestly, the dive was pretty good. Very one-dimensional, but I feel like they should have been able to get Izayaki. Good peel by Void and Lijiang Tower do such a great job of peeling for Izayaki here.
The objective is now
Boosting up.
Alright. Control always feels like it comes down to a DPS diff. I don't agree with that, right? Like that win by the Dragons was more backline and off tank, right? Like that was really good counter dive, so.
Going free.
So here we go. Lijiang going in the front line. Yeah, it really feels like Fuel is struggling to get any. Like, Fearless keeps trying to dive Izayaki, but he just can't get anywhere close. That ha? Yeah, I don't know what happened with my voice when I said that ha. Like, my voice, like, broke at the same time. My throat's getting a little scratchy from too much talking. What was the biggest diff in this game? I think main tank diff, I would say. But I also think Dragon's microplay, like their ult usage was also very bad. I think the way that Dragons use their ults lost them a lot of fights. Great pulse by Lip on the Jexe. Just don't talk, forehead. Whoa! Alright. Thank you very much for money. Thank you very much for money. Love your reviews, always helps me feel feeling bowl man after playing Overwatch. Yeah, I know that vibe. The Void just gets sent to another dimension. Rally by Lijiang Tower gets punished. Literally just Fearless diff right now. Great job getting onto the point. I think they realized that they should stop trying to rush this top one. Like, Dragons are playing so defensive on this high ground that I think they realize that they just can't dive it. Like, if they just try and force the dive onto this high ground, it's just, they're never gonna get anywhere. Faye looks super average. As much as people praise Fletter's Echo play, I think Doha outperformed him on the role. Yeah, I think Doha played pretty well on the Echo. I think Doha was very good. I think Fletter made some very interesting ultimate choices, and that sort of routes back to my idea of like their ultimate usage was quite poor. I don't like that Transcendence. I don't think they needed it. Should turn the fight though. Fearless gets Fate off the map. How? What? Fate. Fate uses mines on the point. Gets the cap. Nah, it's not really his fault. I was like, how does Fate get booped off the map by a non-primaling Winston? But that makes sense.
Winston.
Aye. Dallas used the rally, touched the point again. Void has bomb, but I think he should. Yeah, the point fight is way better for Dallas because Izayaki gets left alone a lot, if that's what they go for. Dude, the Dragon's gotta start, like, learning to stay on the map. Dragons are essentially just holding the point at this point. Pun intended. Just get as much percentage. 98%, they only need to flip it one more time. I'm gonna eat Chipotle, you kids behave. I was thinking about ordering some Chipotle. Maybe get a burrito, you know? Aye. Wrecking Ball gets away.
Powerful.
Trying to force the point. We got a Nano Fearless living in your backline. Fearless has no idea where the backline is. But for the exact reason Void almost lose mech. That's pretty sad that they didn't get anything from that. Oh, I like that Diva Bomb engage. Goodbye, Izzyaki. That was a great bomb by Hanbin. Holy shit. Void loses mech at the same time as well. Love the tempo. Fuel recognizing that they can't let the backline get set up on the high ground. Like, they're making it so that the dragons are having to fight for the positioning and they just can't, right? It's so hard to keep Izzyaki alive in that situation. Izzy does have Transcendence up now, so we'll see. They should be able to play more aggressive under the idea that, you know, Izzyaki has Transcendence. They also don't have a way to get Fearless into this fight, so. Oh, Fate's mines aren't very good. How does Fate end up with bad mines? He would love for these to be on the point, right? Gets gets hard countered over by the team. The mines are okay, seeing as he does go on to die anyway. Oh, he actually kills Sparkle with that as well. Definitely worth by Fate.
Diva. Time to raise my APM.
Izzyaki has decided offense is the best form of defense, but gets found out. But that's the value of the Transcendence, right? Is he can use it as a get out of jail free card. Shanghai gets the flip on the point, which is a very big deal as well. Oh, I like... Dragons seem to be... Oh, actually, Doha is countering that. Oh, so we got another Fleta Echo switch. Oh, wow. I think that was a necessary one. Needed to do it to live. And he's actually getting good damage in as well. Oh my god, and hitting shots. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually high value. Value, Nano. Oh, value. This is what he was hoping for at the end of Jib. But you see, like, it's value for the sustain. Like, I think you got to be really careful when you decide to copy an Ana or, like, any support hero is, as much as the ultimates are very valuable, sometimes you just need the damage from the default Echo, right? So, oh, Void Bomb goes boom. I think he had to copy the Ana there. I think he was going to die if he didn't copy. So I don't hate that Ana copy as much as the other one where he had some very other clear options of what he could copy.
Ready for battle.
What do you need to do for a cat hosted VOD review? What do you mean? This is a cat VOD review. Did you guys, were you guys not hearing Bo speak this whole time? He's helping. Very much helping. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah. Back to sleep, buddy. How many subs for Cat Girl cosplay? How many subs for Banana Milk cosplay? Too many. 20,000. Alright, Dragons see the composition that Fuel playing. They're playing the leg Sombra Brawl. Bet. So, Dragons mirroring the Brawl. I don't know how I like this. I remember this map now. It's all falling back to me. I hate this. I hate this by Dragons. Like, the Fuel have shown an adeptness at playing this Brawl. I do not like that they are playing into the way that Fuel want to play the game. As much as the Soldier isn't very good in this Brawl, it hurts them long term. And we'll see. I swear this is 200 IQ from Dallas of like baiting them to play the Rhine with this because they had the Soldier. Good Rock keeping Fearless alive. Doing a great job with the Fearless. Is he? Fielder lamp goes down too late. Great boot. And that should just be it. That was a big mistake by Fielder not getting that lamp down. Alright, that's the first point. Sparkle goes over to the Mei, so they got the Mei Sombra. I don't really like the Mei Sombra. I don't think it's very good. But hey, they got it going here. They don't want to switch off of the EMP, so. Counter brawl works out for Shanghai. Does it though? Does it though? Let's just keep watching a little bit. Let's not get ahead of ourselves of saying that the brawl worked for Shanghai. Window goes down for Fielder. Slows down the fight. Not a very good window. They didn't get a punish on it. Izayaki should be able to step up with his window now. Dragons are playing so gosh darn passive in fear of this EMP. And that is an important thing to note, right? They're playing so slowly in fear of this thing. So they step up, use the window, but nobody's even trying to use it, right? They're all just like thinking it's not going to get value. We actually have a flank from Lip coming on the left side. Keep an eye on that. It's actually so big. But the lamp goes down. And they get the punish on the Lip for that. During that time, Hanbin gets pushed by the Diva and the Mei. Gets his flux down, but it doesn't really get a whole lot of value. Individual hack on the Fleta over here. They get the kill. Shadow by Fearless is just an absolute whiff. I don't even know what that attempt was. But yeah, and here's one of those cases of the fear of the EMP is better than the EMP itself. By sometimes using an EMP as a bait, and we've seen that multiple times throughout this series, where you use an EMP, but the opposition is so ready for it that they counter it. If you see that is ever the case and you're playing Sombra, you should play in a way that just don't do anything with the EMP. And we'll see this over time, right? Shanghai didn't use a single ultimate because they're waiting to counter Doha on that EMP, and they've done it so many times this series, as I said. They just don't want to use ultimates. They want to use their ults counter what the Doha is doing. So let's see how it keeps going. How long will Doha hold it? That's the question, right? Lip was so confident they had a big fight. Well, yeah, it's hard to coordinate that as well, right? Do that at the same time. So, dragons rotate all the way around here. We got a flip switch. We have a flipped script. I think Fate overextends. He walks past the cart here, and I don't know why. Gets walled. Gets frozen. Gets windowed. Boom goes the EMP. 6-man EMP. Comes out from Doha just by holding it so long. Void actually threw his Diva Bomb in there before that happened. But yeah, big EMP. Gets big value. I don't know what this is. I remember, I wish I could tell you what just happened. This is Lijiang Tower getting hit by the EMP and being like, oh shit. And just not understanding where they are in this team fight. Lip gets hit by the Fire Strike, dies, he beats. Really bad. Really bad. Only because all of a sudden the beat doesn't have any value. And that is one of their big ultimates. So now they have Shadow Mail Hainun, which is kind of hard to get value from. And Doha's farming an EMP again, right? So he finally pulls the trigger, hits the big one, because Dragons finally decide to commit, but it costs them a lot. Why is Lip McCree more valuable than Sombra here? It's just the way a lot of people play it. Like, McCree is very good in this composition, especially on an off angle. I don't think Lip McCree is the problem right here. I think he's actually getting some good value. He killed Sparkle in that fight. I think Lip McCree is good. I just think they're playing it awfully. So now we chill. And remember, all of a sudden, Dragons, they're on a clock again. All of a sudden, they're waiting for the EMP, but Fuel have a Mail, a Flux, and a Beat. What do you do here if you're the Dragons? So they high noon engage, which is probably the right call, and it kills Jexay. Big plays, big plays. So Jexay shouldn't have got caught by that, but he does. So here we are. Flux goes down, hits the McCree. Mail goes down as well with it. Fate shatters a shield. And it's just... Because of that high noon that catches them, Fuel have to throw everything, right? They're throwing everything. They use the flux, they use the mail. They don't actually even get very much value from the mail because they also got frozen by this flutter mail. So we sort of have a zero-sum game right now, and we got some window shenanigans going on here.
All systems checked out, damn it.
The question is, how big is Fearless's shatter? Because Fate is stuck on the point all of a sudden, right? Speed engage. I love this speed engage. Fate gets caught with the shatter by Fearless on that beat engage, trying to disengage from it. And a great play by the Dallas Fuel.
Don't mess with me.
What? Why did Fearless just pin? Alright. You know what I actually love the most about this? I would have loved, in this moment, for Dragons to switch to Winston. I think that through the choke, I think this is the perfect time to switch to, like, the Winston Ana, right? Izayaki and Fate could have switched to the Winston Ana here, and then they could have made that slow transition, keep the Lijiang Tower beat and stuff like that. But winning this fight was almost like a troll for them, because now they're like, we have momentum, we should stay brawl. Because they do that, they stay on these heroes. But I think that it's obviously not working for them, right? They've been here for like 2.5, 3 minutes. They're playing into the Fuel's game. And then we have, look at the way that Dragons have to play. This is another case of fear of EMP is better than EMP itself. Doha doesn't even need to use his ultimate really right now. I think they've got a perfectly good isolation here on the point. Look at how afraid. Look at this disconnect. Look at this. If you're Dallas, oh, okay, yeah, well, fuck it. You want to leave Void there? Yeah, sure. You can leave him there. Fear of EMP. It gets a kill. That's just a team fight, right? And then all of a sudden, ah, shit. Well, maybe we should keep this comp, right? Yeah, I guess we gotta keep staying on this brawl. And they're stuck at the choke again. So now they have to find a way to engage with Lijiang Tower hiding from this EMP. So they're gonna do a high noon engage. Boom. EMP. Enormous value because Shanghai Dragons feel like they need to do something. Lijiang Tower does do a great job. Gets off the hide. But you got a 5-man EMP and no Mayo. Flutter gets cancelled on his Blizzard. All of a sudden, that's one of their big win conditions in this fight, right? EMP gets Blizzard. Even though he gets the beat and they get the value, the fight is so bad for them. Sparkle's Mayo is actually fucking giga huge. Void doesn't even get the Diva Bomb.
30 seconds.
Alright, well, shit. And now Dragons, once again, still have ults. Well, I guess we gotta stay on this comp, right, guys? Well, I guess we'll stay on this comp. Stuck on Brawl.
10 seconds remaining.
Harmon said Doha just predicted that mail. Oh yeah, easily a good prediction. Recognizing that they were gonna overcommit with the high noon, use that space. Window goes down. Big flux. Like, it feels like Shanghai are just... They don't know how to deal with this, right? They don't know how to... There's always a big ultimate. The flux is actually just fucking enormous. Creates so much space, so much time. All of a sudden, the window is down. Like, they don't have as much control. Lose lamp. Shatter's pretty good from Fate here because Fearless falls off the point. Fearless, this is pretty good, but this is my... I'm chanting. Everyone remember when this happens. MVP! 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 Boom! Fearless drops down with the shatter, gets an enormous value play, even though he dies for it. That's just... There's no coming back from that. Get the kill. They lose all of their resources, like they lose the Diva Bomb. Void can't touch the point anymore. Fearless takes fate into his own hands. Uber is fucking amazing. Yeah, that's a great quote for that moment. Sick play from Fearless, showing why he definitely deserves to be... He's MVP of the league right now. Almost certainly. MTD all tournament. Literally, he MTD'd every tank that we have in the game. He MTD'd Jangu. He MTD'd Super Slash Smurf.
4,
He MTD'd OGE. He MTD'd Fate. He MTD'd... Oh, actually, I don't think he ever played against Gaga.
Defend objective A.
He hasn't played OG yet? Oh, did he play... Oh, no, he played Chengdu. Sorry, he MTD'd Gaga, not OGE. That's right, because he wanted to get the Infinity Stones, right? He wanted to get the gauntlet of main tanks in the league. Gaga greater than Fearless? Oh my god. So we're gonna get the Brawl Soldier matchup, and Dragons are gonna play this this Bull Zen, and this Bull Zen is a problem, right? If you're Dragons, you're very upset with this matchup because the biggest issue with Zen on this point and the Brig is if the Brawl ever catches up to the Zen, they're in trouble. And look at how fast they're rotating. I think the Fuel are playing it so smart as well. They're recognizing that they don't need to do anything. They just need to keep pushing Dragons into a corner. Get this high ground. They got the point. The Fate hack is big. That was such a big hack. It's almost kind of a bait because it did allow the rotation of the backline. But as soon as they realize the backline is here, like look at this backline. They're asking to get run at. As soon as they realize this backline is here, they're gonna go. There it is. Fearless looks at it. He's like, yo, we're going. They caught him. Caught him with the pants down. Into the room they go. Doesn't even matter that they use lamp off the bat. Oh, it's such a bad fight. It's so clunky because of, like, they went for this as well. They get the mech. They get Lijiang. Eventually get Izayaki. That's the win condition, right? If you're playing this Brawl against this Wrecking Ball Zen comp, your only win condition is getting on the backline. Even though it literally cost them everything to get there. They cost them the lamp, it cost them the amp, and it wasn't even a good fight, but they get there in the end.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
It's much worse second point, though. Shanghai should have played Soldier Torp. Left voice, play Soldier Torp. 100% win rate on Soldier, let's go. No. No. So Doha has the EMP, Spark has the visor, what do you do? Fleta gets hacked. Manual hacked, another enormous manual hack by Doha. Fate slamming, you're against Brawl though. Slam doesn't really do a whole lot. Void's inting in. Lip dies to the visor. They're just using so many ultimates. I don't really like that EMP by Doha. He literally uses it so that they don't die to mines, it kind of feels like. It does catch Void, I guess. But... visor value. Alright, here we go. Final fight territory. Dragons have the copy. They have the D bomb. I actually don't remember when they win. I really like the window or the beat here. Oh, good manual hack on the Void though.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Fleta turns into the Diva. It's not the worst thing in the world. Izayaki catches Doha. That should be the fight. That's the ults are too big from Shanghai. Fearless goes down. Yeah, it should be the fight. Bum, bum, bum. Blizzard World second point is the ender of tournaments. Yeah. It's just a very common spot to be held as well. He had no Anna to copy, so he went Diva. Too real. Too real. Oh, pulse bomb. Onto Hanbin. That's actually kind of ridiculous that it doesn't kill anybody. That literally does no damage. Doe almost has the EMP. I love this routing by the Dallas Fuel. Understanding that all they need to do is force the point. They need to force Dragons to take a fight with them and force them to drop the point. Like, Doa is just looking to hack anybody who tries to touch. Get into Heroes. Arcade. Oh, God. Hanbin gets the Fleta Echo. Window Visor. I really don't like that window. could have been in a much better spot, but doesn't really matter, right? Diva Bomb forces the Transcendence. They have an EMP to close this out as well. EMP's coming soon. Void's getting rushed. Fleta switch is actually sick, though. This is like the Fleta special, right? Are they gonna hold off of this? Killing a... Oh! Wow, they actually hold off of that kill. I didn't actually remember that. That Widow switch was actually so clutch. How does he get at the shot? Did he hit it? He kills the Baptiste. How does he kill the Baptiste? That kill. If they have the Baptiste there, they have no problems healing back up. Yeah, okay, Fleta now switch back. Yeah, don't worry, he's gonna. There's no way he stays on the Widow. There we go. So they're gonna go over to the Winston Moira EMP speed comp. I actually kind of like this change. I think recognizing that the Brawl's not working very well. Need to do something. Izayaki is a weak target now, right? He doesn't have the Transcendence. They do have the Rally, though. Gonna parb the same way, make it really hard for Shanghai to get value. Mines are very early. I would say too early. I feel like they're probably going to be able to clear these mines. Lip dies throwing the pulse bomb. Hits Fielder though. Oh! Lip's mad. Beat EMP. Hits the tanks. Only hits the front line. Transcendence is late to save Fate. So that's a double stacking of the support ults right there. Now they have to live through it. Void gets the bomb off, which is nice. They give him a lot of time. Harmon needs to get this Diva Bomb. Oh, Hanbin doesn't get the Diva Bomb, gets the 98%. Felix gets beamed down. Fielder dies. Oh my god. Sweet Jesus. That did cost Dragons both their support ults though. But Doha's at 65% EMP. Having another EMP coming up is actually insane. It's actually so insane. He's just too goddamn fast. How are they gonna parb this time? They're doing the same parving? Literally just gonna do the exact same thing over and over again. Change your tempo. Change your tempo. Fleta gets caught with a manual hack. These are very good mines by Fate. But Doha, I don't think anyone was expecting this EMP. I don't think anyone was expecting this EMP to come that fast.
Winston.
Nerf this.
Oh, Fate, no, run! Oh, no. Why did he must have thought he was gonna have to be the one to touch. I think he thought he had to contest, but he realized too late that he didn't have to. Oh, shit. Big Transcendence. Lip dies. And this is the beginning of the end, right? Jex is gonna get this beat. Boom. Sparkle catches Izayaki. Boom. Dallas Fuel wins the entire May Melee. And deservedly so. I don't think you can discount Dallas Fuel didn't deserve to win this entire, May Melee. I think they were the best team. They took down literally everybody at the top end almost. So, big plays by Dallas Fuel. It is curious to see how it's going to, how we're going to do going into the next meta. From my predictions, I think we're going to need some hit scan. But we said that about this meta. Maybe Spark was just a god tier Widow. We don't even know. He did it with Tracer. He can do it with Widow. But that's the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a sick match. June tournament coming up next weekend. Coming up soon. So that's going to be a completely different meta. Completely different style. We'll see who comes out on top. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the VOD review. Peace out. Love you all.